Got a good one for you today. You've got a KitchenAid French door refrigerator not cooling. It's about 15 degrees in the freezer, and I think it's 52 degrees in the fresh food section. First thing I always do whenever I look at these is get to the evaporator. And if you guys need to see how to get to this evaporator, I'll have a link in the description below. But if you see that ice built up on the top and then on the bottom, that is a direct sign that you have a failed evaporator fan. I'm messing with the harness right now, and I'll show you how to get into diagnostics and go to the fan test to make sure the fan is not working properly. To get into diagnostics, you want to hold the left two buttons, and you'll see a 3, 2, 1, and it'll ding. You want to go to test 3, and 0, 1 means no fans are running. 0, 2 is the fresh food fan, 0, 3 is the freezer fan, and 0, 4 is both fans. I always go to test 4 because I forget between the 2 and the 3 which one's which. So if you're ever in doubt, go to test 4. And then we can see here that the fresh food fan is not operating. I noticed with these, you want to check the wires coming from the wall that go to the fan, because it can be corroded. And in this case, I mean, you really can't see it right now. I don't have very good light, so I apologize for that, but we have one of those wires just broke off, and that's me holding it right there in my left hand. And what I'm going to do is splice it, like cut the other wire off the other end of that connection, and we're going to splice it together. You cannot replace the part where it's corroded on the side of the liner. You just can't get that part. So you'll have to fix it this way. You may be able to call KitchenAid or Whirlpool and see if they can, help you out a little bit. But if you're in a pinch, this is what you need to do to fix it. So you find the wire on the exact opposite side that's broken, and you want to strip them. And then when you strip them, you get yourself a splice and you splice it together. So I'm going to go ahead and strip them real quick. Alright, wires are stripped. And I got the butt connector. Or splice. Well, I'm going to pull a little bit more off here. And then I'm going to put the butt connector on. And what I like to do after I get these butt connectors on is silicone the edges so no moisture gets in there. So you don't get a short or something like that. Because you don't want that information getting back to the board. It could blow the board potentially. Or you may end up having the same problem where it's not running the fan like it's supposed to. So put some silicone on the end of those so you'll prevent any moisture from getting in it, causing any potential problems. But we're going to finish this guy up, put this other one on. And I actually failed to get footage of me siliconing that. I guess I forgot to hit the record button. So you won't see that in this video, but you will see whenever I get this thing back together that the fan works. So we're going to plug it all back up. Then we'll get back in the diagnostics. Test 3. Hit that select zone until you get to 0, 4. And check the fan. And as you can see, that fan is running now. So we have repaired this by splicing the wire, bypassing that connector there. I actually told the customer to call Whirlpool and let them know what happened to this, and I never heard back from her or anything, so I reckon she's still good to go. But I don't know exactly what they would do for you. But if you guys just want to get her fixed, I mean, that's a good way to do it. just make sure you protect those wires. But before you put this thing back together, you do want to get rid of all that ice, because it can prevent that airflow, which would make this thing not cool as it should. And that's about it. Again, if you guys need to see how to break this thing down to get to this evaporator fan or evaporator, I will have a link in the description below for it. But if you guys have any questions, just comment below, and if this helped, give me a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.